to Jose. Swung on, hit high, hit deep to right, away back into the second deck. Jose Ramirez. Oh my goodness.
Good teams win, but great teams cover.
Travis Kelce touchdown. We're so due.
Getting that, Vic. Everybody like.
Welcome back to Hold My Bev Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me as always, the one, the only, DTF, and he is indeed on the John.
John. Corgi wishes.
Corgi probably is on the John right now. That's why he's not on the call at the moment. Well, he says he's got an early morning, according to the group chat.
Yes, sir.
Here. So, we'll see about that. What's his early morning? Gotta just hop right back on the John?
Get right back on the John.
Yeah. So, before we get into it, speaking of Corgi, unfortunately, it is another week. This one-of-one piece right here is not being given to a customer. Even had the addition of Judkins on here. But, yeah, we're going to have to, in the preview episode, figure out what we're going to do to be giving this bad boy away. Really want to give it away in week 14 here. But, Dylan, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was full of good food. Definitely ate way too much, but watched some really good football. Had a great weekend. I actually got out and did some hunting today. Went to the Cavs game last night. So it's been very busy.
Good. Yeah, Thanksgiving, it was my dad's 70th birthday. So we celebrated with him. Watched some good football. Really good football, honestly, for Thanksgiving Day. I think this was probably the best in the last couple of years that we've gotten on Thanksgiving Day. Just throughout the whole game slate. But yeah, very productive weekend, very busy weekend with Black Friday and all that fun stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the Thanksgiving games. We'll start off with the Green Bay Packers beating the Detroit Lions 31-24. Dylan, I know you got to watch a little bit more of this game. This was one of the games that I did not really get to see until the very end of the game. So kind of walk us through what was going on with this game. I did know Amon-Ra St. Brown got hurt early on in the game.
Yeah, he did. It looks like he fucked up his leg pretty bad and missed, I think, the rest of the game after that. I mean, he only had that one target. One thing I like to point out here is despite what everybody thinks, there was a waning crescent, I believe, on Thanksgiving, and the Lions have lost the last 6 games or whatever against the waning crescent moon. And typically the Packers beat the Lions on Thanksgiving, but I really, really, really believe that these Lions would beat up on these Packers, especially after the Packers, the way they've been playing. I know they just beat the Vikings, but they've lost some bad games to this point. They've lost to the Panthers, they've lost to the Browns, but they did beat the Lions week 1, so that's something to consider. I still don't think Jordan Love is a great quarterback. Dustin Crum, 15th best completion rate in NCAA history. Jordan Love is nowhere near that. But, yeah, we had a dogfight, 31-24. Wicks getting in the end zone, Dobbs getting in the end zone, Jamison Williams, Christian Watson. I mean, it was like every single Packers wide receiver was in the end zone this week. But just traditional turducken Thanksgiving football. Packers beat up on the Lions, but they only ended up winning by 7 points, 31-24. It was a good game. Not my favorite of the day, though.
No. This game I thought was good. It was a good start. Close game, too. Nothing like a good divisional matchup as well. Do you think the Lions are screwed, though? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Because, they're 7-5 now. and I think they're outside of the playoffs at this very moment.
Well, the NFC is kind of a juggernaut right now, but I still think they'll find a way.
Yeah, because right now, the seedings, if I pull them up, it looks like they are, just outside, with Korg's 49ers having 2 wins over Detroit. So they're still in the hunt, but they're really going to need to bank on San Francisco losing some games here, and Green Bay as well. But we'll go ahead and move into the next game. I really got to figure out how to stop that noise in the background. Next, we had the Dallas Cowboys ruining the Kansas City Chiefs' playoff hopes, beating them 31-28. This game was awesome.
Yeah, this was
really
my
enjoyed
favorite
this
game
one.
of the day.
Yeah, no, this one was awesome. CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens with some crazy plays in this one as well. 6 catches, 88 yards. Patrick Mahomes doing what he can. 4 touchdown passes.
4 touchdown passes,
simply
but still
wasn't
don't get
enough.
the win. That's crazy.
Yeah, 4 touchdown passes. 2 of them to Rashee Rice. And Travis Kelce got in the end zone as well. But, yeah, no, this game was awesome. It was entertaining start to finish. Can't really ask for more on a Thanksgiving game.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that the 2-6 trade is leaning towards Rashee Rice. I haven't looked at the total stats yet. I'm waiting until week 17 or week 18, whatever is the last week of our fantasy league, and I'm gonna count it up.
Yeah, one thing that people aren't talking about enough is that Dallas Cowboys might be the hottest team in football right now.
Well, they're the hottest 6-win team in football.
Well, right now, they just beat both Super Bowl teams, back-to-back weeks.
Yep. No, it's facts.
And their defenses looked better,
Yep.
Not great, but better. I'm really curious what they're going to do against Detroit on Thursday Night Football. Honestly, I think that's going to be a huge game for them, and probably their toughest matchup for the remainder of the season, minus the Chargers. But who knows what they're going to be with Justin Herbert in his current condition. But yeah, this was a great game. I really enjoyed this next game as well. Not so much from the Baltimore standpoint, but Cincinnati Bengals beating the Baltimore Ravens 32-14. I figured this game was going to be a little closer than it was, but Joe Burrow looked great in his comeback this year.
Yeah, it's great to see him back.
Yeah, the offense looked completely different. Having no T. Higgins definitely sucks for them, but Jamar Chase, 7 catches, 110 yards. They're still struggling a little bit with the ground game, but Chase Brown had a couple of good runs in this one for 15 carries, 78 yards. But Lamar Jackson, who knows what the hell's going on with him?
Yeah,
He looks like a ghost of himself out there right now. And they're at a point where, you can't really throw the season out the window, but
yeah,
your chances of making it right now are slim to none.
Yeah, not looking good.
Yeah, and they need to be thankful that Pittsburgh lost this weekend too.
Yeah.
So I think they still hold number 1 seed, or number 1 spot in the division.
The Ravens, right?
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Ravens. Both them and Pittsburgh are 6-6. With that being said, though, are the days of the AFC North being dominant over?
They're still one of the most competitive divisions in football. I mean, nothing beats AFC North football by far, but yeah, we're beyond the days of where it was Ben Roethlisberger, Baker Mayfield, Lamar, and Joe Burrow. I mean, it's definitely changed dramatically, but I hope it gets back to it. I think Lamar's just injured. Joe Burrow's coming off of it, but he looked a lot better coming out of the injury. Maybe Shadur will do something, and hopefully they finally throw Will Howard in there, get Aaron Rodgers out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how he's playing with that right now. Next, we had the Chicago Bears beating the Philadelphia Eagles 24-15. Chicago Bears are now first place in the NFC after this win against the Eagles. Dylan, you said you got to watch this game.
Yeah, it was just dominant from the start on the Bears' end. I think I may have picked the Bears to win this game. I was very confident that they could do it. I said this was a fraud alert game, and they fucking did it. Great to see the Bears do it. They had the most rushing yards scored, ran on the Eagles in a quarter this year. First quarter, they had over 80 rushing yards. Both Swift and Monangai had over 100 rushing yards.
Yeah, both over 120.
Yeah, and a touchdown each. Caleb Williams didn't have to do that much, only 154 yards. And, I mean, there was Rome Odunze was nowhere to be found. Honestly, DJ Moore was nowhere to be found, too. It was the tight ends producing. Cole Kmet was the leading receiver with 36 yards and a touchdown. Just a weird game from the Eagles' standpoint. A.J. Brown getting 2 touchdowns, which was great for whatever's going on with the A.J. Brown drama. Because it seems like we hear drama, and the next week he gets 150 and a touchdown. And, this week he finishes with 132 and 2 touchdowns. I still don't understand what's going on with Saquon Barkley. He has not produced this year like he was. I mean, he has 700.
Well, they haven't even been handing him the rock. Really.
No, he had 740 rushing yards, and last year he had over 2,000. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's got 13 carries. Yeah, 13 carries in this game. I don't know. I just feel like if you have a running back that's as dominant as him, and I mean, he's shown flashes of, he's still got
Yeah,
it.
I mean, the only game he's really done anything this year, though, was against the New York Giants. And that was 150 and a touchdown. I mean, he's only got 4 rushing touchdowns on the season. That, I just don't understand. It's just not been the same production as last year, and I don't know if they're holding on to him for playoffs or what the fuck they're doing, but it's frustrating, especially from a fantasy standpoint. But
yeah, their offense has been just weird overall this year.
yeah.
All right, let's move into Sunday, where we had the San Francisco 49ers beating the Cleveland Browns 26-8. This game, in my opinion, the scoreboard doesn't really do it justice. It looks a lot uglier than it was. Because Browns were in this game for majority of the game. Third quarter, San Francisco does score a touchdown. Browns are staying in it. Then we get some special teams bull crap, some Kevin Stefanski bullshit on 4th down, and just really boneheaded decisions, Cleveland Brown decisions. However, I thought Shedeur Sanders looked better in this game than he did against Vegas. I think he looked a lot more comfortable. The ball was coming out of his hand good, especially with the wind conditions. I really liked what I saw from him, and that's not even me trying to be a fanboy for Shedeur Sanders. I truly was impressed with what I saw, and I think he definitely deserved his Week 14 start, which I'm glad that they didn't waste too much time in announcing that. Dylan Gabriel did get in one play this game and got booed pretty bad by the crowd.
Yeah, what was the deal with him? Why did he get back in?
Uh, so Shador took a hit, and his helmet like kind of came off. But he went and grabbed his foot. He walked over the sideline because he had to come out for one play because his helmet started to come off. And they threw Dylan Gabriel in for one play. But yeah, I mean, Browns defense, I mean, they held Brock Purdy to 168 yards. He got one passing touchdown. Overall, I mean, they contained this 49ers offense pretty damn well. Considering, I mean, McCaffrey only averaged 2.7 yards a carry. He did get a touchdown, which was the very first touchdown of the game. But, yeah, I mean, they looked... The defense looked great, and I didn't think the offense looked horrible. They definitely got the ground game working for them, with Judkins getting 91 yards on the ground. But this receiving crew, they got to figure something out with it. Cedric Tillman, don't know why he's on the roster even, other than he's a blocking receiver. Jerry Jeudy really does not need to be on the field at all. He had like 2 or 3 catches in the first quarter, and you never heard from him again after that. Did you see the little argument him and Shador had?
Yeah, what was that?
From my understanding, it was over a route that Jerry Jeudy ran that Shador didn't throw it to him.
Okay.
And no one really knows what route he's referring to. But I don't know. I'm sick of Jerry Jeudy, and I've been sick of Jerry Jeudy for pretty much since the beginning of this year. I just don't think he's it for Cleveland. But yeah, overall, like I said, I liked what I saw from Shador, and can't wait to see what he does against Tennessee. I think this next week's going to be a big week for him, going against Cam Ward. Let's see what we got, and let him play pretty freely. I mean, what do we have to lose at this point?
I mean,
we're not officially eliminated from the playoffs, but let's be real, we're not making no playoffs.
I think it's great because earlier in the season we talked about a possibility of when we'd see Shador this year, and obviously he came in against the Ravens, and now he's started 2 games. But my projection was the Titans game, so it is cool that we'll see Cam Ward versus Shador.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. Speaking of the Titans, they're going to be our next game that we're talking here. They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 25-3. Jacksonville, I mean, didn't really do anything super, super crazy here. Jacoby Myers, I mean, he's looking pretty comfortable in this offense. Meanwhile, Brian Thomas still can't get it figured out with Trevor Lawrence, and I would just absolutely love to see Brian Thomas on any other team than Jacksonville right now. But Cam Ward, I mean, you gotta kind of feel bad for Cam Ward to some extent, whether you like him or not. I mean, every week we look at his stat line and we look at his receivers that he's throwing to, and I couldn't tell you what half of these guys even look like.
No.
Yeah, Tennessee is a really bad situation right now. I think he'll be a good quarterback though. Once he gets some players around him, because I mean considering what he's playing with, his stats aren't like horrific. Because what is he right now? I mean, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, not really necessarily what you want to see, but it's also, considering the circumstance, not too terrible. He ain't no Baker Mayfield, though.
No, and I still always will believe in Baker.
Yes. Other than that, not too much to talk about in that game. This next game, however, we had the Houston Texans beating the Indianapolis Colts 22-16. I don't know what's going on with Indianapolis. But Houston's getting right back in this race.
Yeah, and they were on fraud alert. This was a big game for the Colts, and they blew it.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is the offense really did not play that bad.
No.
And if you look at it, I mean, Daniel Jones, he didn't turn the ball over. Jonathan Taylor, I mean, he's slowed down quite a bit these last couple weeks, but still had 85 yards on the ground, 36 receiving. But I think it's pretty apparent that they need an alpha receiver on that team because they have a great receiving core. They just don't have a number one guy, in my opinion. Because I don't think Michael Pittman Jr. is a number one. I don't think Alec Pierce is a number one. Josh Downs isn't a number one. That they need, I think, an alpha in that room. But they don't need a diva like A.J. Brown either.
Right.
But Houston, I mean, they're a scary team right now. I mean, that defense is playing awesome. And to an extent, I'm trying to find a way to explain this, but this Houston Texans team reminds me a lot of the 2023 Cleveland Browns team.
Okay.
In a way, like, you know, they started off the season kind of, you know, meh, whatever. They had a backup quarterback come in. He started playing, you know, decent. He was just winning them games. And now it's looking, I mean, C.J. Stroud looked night and day difference in this game compared to the beginning of the year. So I don't know if it's a matter of them just all being more comfortable. I know one thing that definitely helps is having their running back situation kind of figured out, that Woody Marks is going to be getting the boatload of the carries. Yeah. And Nick Chubb's just going to be doing the dirty third down work. Then they're letting some of these rookie receivers play a lot more now too. Like Jaden Higgins, he's been making a huge impact for them. And just, I don't know, D'Amico Ryans just figures out a way to get his players to play good for them, or for him. This defense has just looked incredible.
Yeah, they're certainly one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah. Let's see. Next we had the Dolphins versus the Saints, which actually ended up being a pretty decent game. 21-17. Tua did not have his best game, but this was the H.A.N. show from pretty much the very jump. 22 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown. Meanwhile, Tyler Shook, not necessarily a terrible performance. 26 for 38, 2 touchdowns, interception for 239. Saints just have a lot of holes they got to fill. Also, always a good sign to see Chris Olave get in the end zone. You always love to see that. But I know you said you didn't get to really watch too much football, at least earlier in the day, if not the whole day. Have you got to see much of Tyler Shook at all, or no?
Honestly, I've not seen Shook throw a single pass.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not overly impressed. I still like Rattler a little bit more. I'd like to see maybe what this guy does in an offense for an entire season, but yeah, I mean, the Saints are a mess one way or another right now. But both of these teams are, so they're both in the same boat. Other than that, there's not too much to talk about in that game. Jets beating the Falcons 27-24. I mean, these Jets just keep winning in ugly ways. I mean, Bijan Robinson ran for 142 yards and a touchdown, and they still win. I mean, Kirk Cousins, 21 for 33, 1 passing touchdown. Meanwhile, you had Tyrod Taylor, just doing veteran things. 172 yards, touchdown, no interceptions. But they got a lot on the ground game in this with Brees Hall and Tyrod both running the rock in for the end zone. And then A.D. Mitchell got a 52-yard pass for a touchdown. Finished the day with 8 catches, 102 yards.
I didn't even know Mitchell was on the Jets.
Yeah, he was part of the Sauce Gardner trade. Yeah, so it was cool seeing him get as involved as he was in this game. Especially with him being only on the team for, 3 weeks? Maybe a month at this point, maybe. Just about a month.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets have a lot of good pieces. It's just sad that they just can't figure it out. And
they can't ever have all the right pieces on the team at the right time.
And it's just sad the Falcons with all the pieces that they have and not having a first-round pick next year, that they are in the hell that they're in.
Yeah, they're probably my biggest disappointment this year, other than probably the Ravens.
Well, you know my biggest disappointment.
Yeah. Speaking of that division, though, we had the Carolina Panthers beating the LA Rams 31-28. This was very unexpected, to say the least.
Yeah, I think the days of Rico Dowdle are over. We had a big Chuba game.
Yeah, Rico did have one more carry.
Yes, I know. Chuba had a lot more breakout plays, and he had a nice touchdown reception. It just feels like it's going to be 50-50 from here on out. But Bryce Young, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean...
Blake Corum finally had his breakout game.
Yeah, Kyron Williams got hurt in the middle of this game. And Blake Corum finally got he got the torch and went in for the end zone. 81 yards on 7 carries.
As the lad would say, Stafford to Devontae is automatic.
Yeah, 2 passing touchdowns. Puka Nacua had a crazy catch in this one as well. Didn't get in the end zone, though, but he did have 6 catches for 72 yards. This game was just sloppy for the Rams, though. And I thought they were about to come back and win, and right when they gained the lead back, Carolina came back and answered right away and didn't waste time. As a Bucs fan, though, are you scared about the Carolina Panthers winning?
No, because we still have to play them twice.
And you think you're going to beat them both times?
Yep.
All right.
No doubt.
All right, next. Speaking of your Buccaneers, they win 20-17 over the Cardinals.
Yep. That game happened. It was the Bucky game. He is back. But I think the highlight from this game, honestly, was the Tristan Wirfs big man touchdown from Baker Mayfield, 2 yards out. Still got 100%. Jacoby Brissett in there throwing over 300 yards. Gets McBride in the end zone, and Bam Knight, Marvin getting some good yards, but no touchdowns. Baker, who I thought was questionable and it wasn't going to play, throws under 200, but gets a passing touchdown just to Wirfs. But Bucky on the ground, 61 yards in the TD. Rashad White, 7 yards. Sean Tucker, 0 yards. Just, it's crazy the impact Bucky makes when he's in the game. But the Bucs are just hanging on by a thread right now, 7-5. I'm not scared, though. I don't think there's a chance they win the Super Bowl right this moment, if you were to ask. They got to get healthy. But if everybody's healthy and Baker's not playing like an idiot like he was with the Browns, injured, I think there's a chance. But golly, dude, I can't believe the Panthers beat the Rams and the Bucs lost to the Rams that bad.
Yeah. Talk about a bad loss, though. We had the Seattle Seahawks beating the Minnesota Vikings 26-0. I mean, both of these offenses didn't really do anything that crazy. I mean, JSN, 2 catches for 23 yards, and they still win 26 to nothing. But Max Brosmer, my God, zero passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Only hit Justin Jefferson. Hit him twice for 4 yards. I thought it was only one catch.
JJ's got to get benched. For the lad, if anybody's questioning what I'm saying. For the lad's picks.
I mean, he can keep playing him. I'm only 1 game behind him now.
Yeah, if you look at how closely it's gotten for you, you could just blame it all on the lad picking JJ every week. Because that's an automatic loss.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he wants to keep picking JJ, I mean, that just gives me a bonus card, basically, to play with. But in all reality, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm coming back for first place, because I ain't hitting first place, I don't think. Unless both you and Cork just go 0-3 the next
I've had some bad weeks these last couple weeks. A lot of indecisiveness, and it's gotten me down, so I gotta wake up a little bit. We only got 5 more weeks.
Yeah.
And I refuse to be in the basement. But it's looking like
I'm climbing out.
It's looking like the lad's gonna get the steak dinner.
You think he's gonna get the?
To be honest with you, I do. I look at the standings.
I'm only 1 game behind him.
Well, that's what it's gonna come down to. But haven't you guys played twice already? Oh no! So this is why we should do the wing challenge for that game. I think I'm busy that day, though. If it wasn't, I think I have a happy hour. I do. If it wasn't for this happy hour, we should have done the wing challenge on this night of the Rams and Seahawks, because that would probably be for the division.
Damn.
But as long as it's not Korg, anybody but Korg. I'm already eliminated from the playoffs, the Arizona Cardinals, so I don't think there's a chance I'm winning the division.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's going to come down to me and the lad for that. I thought you were still talking about holding.
No. I'm talking about the steak dinner.
But yeah, no, that's going to definitely come between me and the lad. Because, let's see, Seattle plays Atlanta, Indianapolis, the Rams, Panthers, and then I play Korg one more time.
I mean,
it's going to be a very interesting end of the season, especially with 2 more divisional matchups for the Seahawks. But next, let's go ahead and move into another divisional matchup where we had the LA Chargers beating the Las Vegas Raiders 31-14. Justin Herbert in this game, he did end up breaking his left hand.
I didn't get to watch any football in the late slate because of the Cavs game.
Yeah, I know he got surgery this morning and is expected to already
He broke a
play.
bone in his non-throwing hand.
Yeah. Because Trey Lance came out and completed 1 pass, it looks like, for 9 yards. And then...
it was the Vidal show.
Yeah, I mean, just Gino doing Gino things, but he actually didn't turn the ball over a whole lot. It's just a bunch of sacks again. They only got 5, though. Not as good as the Cleveland Browns. Brock Bowers, though, big day if you had him on fantasy. 4 catches, 63 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Kimani Vidal was a big game, 126 and a touchdown.
Yeah, I was so glad both leagues I was playing against him, and he was on the other team's bench. So, yeah, I was very glad about that. Well, I want to see Marion Hampton back in the game, though, already.
He's got to be coming back soon, right?
It's got to be soon. I would have thought he would have already been back by now, but I'm going to guess possibly next week. But, all right, let's go ahead and get into the next game. We had the Buffalo Bills beating the Pittsburgh Steelers 26-7. This game was ugly in the beginning, and Josh Allen had an early interception, and Pittsburgh came down, marched down the field, and scored with a Jalen Warren touchdown. And then after that, Pittsburgh couldn't do anything. Aaron Rodgers got hurt again, and Mason Rudolph came in, threw a pick. And, I mean, pretty much after Pittsburgh scored that first touchdown, the game was over. Because Josh Allen did Josh Allen things, got a rushing touchdown. James Cook dominant on the ground today. Not a big passing day for Josh Allen, though. So if you took Josh Allen under passing yards today, or this week, you were looking pretty good then.
Just
Only 123 yards throughout the air.
just a bad day if you're a Steelers fan. Aaron Rodgers, old man Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, bullshit. They need to get out and they need to put Will Howard in. Let Will Howard play. He'll make a change. The Steelers' rushing game is bad. Warren only getting 35 yards as the lead rusher. He did get in the end zone. Good for him. But this Steelers team, as much as I'd love to see them lose, they piss me off because they have a lot of good pieces too. But I'd love to see what they could do with Will Howard if healthy. But yeah, the Bills, they should have won this game easily, and they did. So we did not see Jay Cook, Jay Allen. We did see Jay Allen, though. But James Cook, Jesus Christ, 144 yards on 32 carries. I'd sure hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then that leads us into Sunday Night Football, which, in my opinion, looking at this game during our preview, I thought this game was going to suck for a long time. But this was awesome.
Welcome
Awesome
back,
game.
Traylon Burks.
Yeah, welcome back. Traylon Burks has probably catch of the year. It was his only catch of the whole game for a touchdown. He had a Odell 2.0 catch.
Yep.
And then Terry McLaurin caught a touchdown that was in overtime, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And they went for 2. But Mariota with almost 300 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. Commanders fought tough in this one. They don't really have much to play for right now, but they fought tough as nails in this. Just not enough for Denver and Denver's defense. Denver's defense probably should have had this game done and over with before it even went into overtime, if you're asking me. But they had a lot of dumb penalties in this game. A lot of dumb penalties. And that's one thing that I would be concerned about heading into the playoffs. Because I do think this Broncos team is good. I don't know if they're 10-2 good, in my opinion. I know that could be a hot take, but
They just won a lot of close games.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Bo Nix's thing. Bo Nix is big about winning in the fourth quarter. That's basically how the Bucs got 3 or 4 of their first 4 wins was fourth quarter wins. I mean, you got to be able to finish a game, and Bo Nix knows how to do it. I'm still a believer. I think they're going to be a fun team to watch in the playoffs if they can get past the first round. If it comes down to Patriots Broncos, though, that's going to be a great freaking matchup to see Drake May and Bo Nix duke it out.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I mean, this game, even in overtime, I had no stake in the game at all. But this game had me at the edge of my seat, like, the whole game. And I never would have guessed that going into this game. But right now, we're in the fourth quarter of the Patriots-Giants game. It looks like the Patriots are going to win this game, even though Giants did score again. And it looks like they got a 2-point conversion.
Had a nice break.
Patriots are up 30-15 right now with 7 minutes left in the fourth.
They're going to be the first team
Drake May's having
to 11 wins.
Yeah. Yeah, Drake May's looking awesome tonight. This whole Patriots team's looking awesome. Young Oku had. I'm right with you. First thing I thought when I saw that was, oh, he's gambling.
Well, why did he get cut from the Falcons? I mean, he missed so many after being such a good kicker the last couple of years. It's just very strange that all of a sudden he sucks, and then for him to not deliberately, but for him to, oh gosh, nice, Hunter Henry end zone to, oh, his flag. For Younghoe Koo to just all of a sudden fall off a cliff, it's just like kickers need to be investigated.
Yeah. No, I mean, even if you watch that play, I mean, the announcers tried saying that his foot got stuck in the ground, but I don't really see it at all. I don't see it. It looked like he just was going to kick it, and he saw a ghost and stopped. And then poor Jamie Gillian, I mean, fortunately he took probably his first sack of his career tonight.
Yeah, they called that a sack. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Also, their kick returner, I'm not going to try his last name, but first name Gunner.
Oh my God.
Right before halftime, got
I don't understand how it wasn't targeting. They said because he was a runner, he's allowed to get hit.
Oh, I didn't think it was targeting.
Head-to-head,
I
though.
thought he just got absolutely.
I thought we're not allowed to do head-to-head anymore.
Are you talking about the second
Yeah.
guy? Or the first guy? I thought the first guy was the one that laid the boom.
He did, but then the second guy came in and he hit him helmet to helmet, and they literally said on the broadcast, that's helmet to helmet. I thought that was considered targeting, any helmet to helmet action. And they said because he's a ball runner, he's allowed to get hit in the head. And I'm like, what? What? What is
no
Joe
sense.
Buck talking about because he's a runner? So I'd like for somebody to explain how that wasn't targeting or a penalty at all. Just bizarre. And then they call it a fumble, and Patriots ended up scoring that same drive. But, yeah, just strange. Now, if that was college, somebody would have been thrown out. But unless, you're a Michigan Wolverine
100%.
headbutting the referee.
Yeah, that was crazy. I couldn't believe he didn't get thrown out of the game for that.
Yeah, I don't know. But, OH.
Yeah, I hope. And I'm really hoping that they run this ball in with Travion Henderson, because I just realized the person I'm playing in fantasy started Darius Slayton, and he was the one that scored the touchdown.
Yeah. I had Tyrone Tracy.
So I'm down by 3 points right now.
I had Tyrone Tracy playing tonight just to give me extra points to win, and he just got carted off.
Oh, man. Bari, that's going to do it for this Week 13 recap. We're going to be back this week with our Week 14 preview here in the next couple of days. But until next time, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys next time.